So, before I can even sit down good, um, info come to me. Ain't nothing new. As usual, info comes to me. It might take a while, but it comes. But um, my daughter's report card came today. I barely can understand it because I'm like, what? Because I'm on at the latter end or whatever. I don't get. I mean, she's promoted, but it didn't look like she did as good as she was telling me, or just I don't know. Whatever the case, it came here. I guess because my address is the one that's in the system, but it did have another address listed on it. So she said that they were staying in a house at one point in time, but now it's a townhouse or something. And I wasn't concerned either way it went. But I look on here and I see the house is nice. Of course, it doesn't look like the house was. The house is nice, but it was in a neighborhood of other houses or whatever. Doesn't look like doesn't I don't know if his name was on it or whatever. Let me see. Hold on. Doesn't seem like his name was on it or whatever the case may be. So I don't know what that's about. Like I said, nice little house. I don't know about location. I don't know about the neighborhood, anything like that. And then, like I said, I don't know if now she just staying somewhere else where I don't, have the address or whatever. But my place, it's always been a stable place, or I've just been a stable person. Like I don't bounce around and all that. I don't got time to do. I don't got time to do all that, but I don't even want to do all that. Like I like to get somewhere and establish, not keep on bouncing around and whatever. Like, mm, I was just looking up something. I really don't be caring nothing about what her so-called dad be having going on. But anyway, at first glance, of course, the nice house is like, okay, well, whatever you're doing, I guess you're making some major moves or whatever. But again, if they're no longer staying there, and I don't know how long they stayed there when she did, because I didn't get to sit down and talk to my daughter like I'd be wanting to. Um, then again, it's just not stable. It's just whether it's just for show or whatever the case may be. So I don't know what's going on, but one thing I do know is that's one address that came, and then another one came to me a few days ago. God knows the locations, and He knows everybody at the locations. He knows where my child is supposed to be living now. She's been going to still to another state to go with his so-called mom, and so, and I have not approved of any of it. I haven't. I just asked her and just, try to respect her feelings. But as a mother, I'm the one that's supposed to make the decisions. And yeah, I guess her so-called dad been making the decisions, of course, regarding her without me or whatever. And I don't know how he's getting along. God has given me some dreams and I've seen some stuff, but I don't have the full understanding of what's been going on. So I've been chilling out, but no coincidence, he just came to me. Um, and it got her report card and stuff like that, and some stuff like her test scores and stuff like that is saying um not proficient. So it's like you're not proficient enough, according to them anyway. I'm not gonna speak that over my child, but you're not proficient enough and you're not performing well enough to meet the standards and stuff like that. Only in one area was science. You got science, math, not proficient. Um, reading, not proficient. But in science, she was on grade level and on it's that it says on track for career and college readiness. But yeah, I don't know. I'll go and look up some more stuff, but it's just I don't know what to do with this information. Especially if you no longer staying there anymore. But just the fact that I don't think the stuff be in his name. I think it was somehow his name was connected to there, but I don't. It's other names that's listed on here that I'm like, what is really going on? And that's the other thing. It took me a while to learn.
Why not to wash your chicken? And I still keep getting blown up in my DMs. So guess what?
Hold on.
Time to recruit a little help.
I'll see that in a minute. I, I didn't know until I got older that I needed to pray and be concerned about, maybe possibly be concerned about who lived there before me and things like that. Like just pay attention and find out the details and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. It's just it's just a lot. Like I said, first glance by appearance, the house looks like it was in a decent neighborhood, or at least around decent houses. I think still the hood or whatever, but it was, still a decent neighborhood, so to speak. Um, and a little small, like, well, I guess it was a thunderstorm just passed by and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I was trying to spec this as a I don't know. I just see all these different names. I see some names of somebody with the last name of a girl that he used to deal with, but I don't know if, that has anything to do with that. And just, me as a concerned mother, I'm like, what if has my child been around? Um, yeah, just what's going on. Doing a video, what is it? Like, I just don't get why, y'all. Why do y'all gotta come in here as soon as I turn the camera on? Anyway, I'm quiet because I'm just looking at some of the names that was associated with this place. Because I'm like, I'm laughing at some posts. People, they used to say off the meat, right? But, people are something else and more. Mm-mm. They say you gotta be a picklehead bee to see ain't no baby milk and still get pregnant. But anyway, Lord, they out here talking about texting people when they baby daddies or they baby mamas is dead. I mean, I feel y'all on that one, but that's entirely too much for everybody. Everybody don't need to be feeling like that. Everybody don't need to be on that. Anyway, it's just the baby daddy, baby mama generation. They love. It's like I do not miss this type of world at all. Talking about people baby daddies, I just cannot. I just refuse. Like what? Why? This one I won't be on Facebook because I be scrolling and seeing stuff and I don't know who this person is. I'm just and I'm just not like friends with friends or even associates with a lot of these people out here. So anyway, that's one person I done looked up. Let's see. Let me look up another one because the girl's. I remember the girl's name, and that's one thing. I just don't want my daughter to be connected to nothing that he be having going on. People try to attach themselves, and yeah, I think this is the girl. In fact, I know this is her. I just wondered if she have another page or something. Mm, I'm sorry, I be looking at people and I just be realizing like y'all different than me. And it could be in a good way, but that's not how I feel. Like, I'm not on what y'all on, and that's for sure. and I don't want to be on it. Okay, so can't find that one. I mean, don't know who's who. Mm, some of these people got last names that I definitely know, but don't necessarily know the person. So, like I said, don't really know what this information is going to be for. I just continue to pray for my daughter and praying that if she is connected to something she got no business, that she disconnect quickly and just, honey, just disconnect because mm, 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 ain't no telling. I talked about that other stuff earlier on my other video for a reason, I'm guessing. The stuff about when the boys so called dad pulled back up and I mean yeah, pulled back up from work and then my daughter so called dad was there and
Do it again, bro.
was there and then that's when they whatever what they had going on. So I don't know. I don't know, what God's plan is as far as all this or whatever, but I just pay attention when this information comes to me. I think I just seen this name here recently. Oh, I don't know what this is, but this person I just looked up recently, and I can't remember what I looked this person up for, or came across this person's page for. Oh! I know why I looked it up. Okay, that's her dude died last year or whatever. I was like, what? What am I seeing this again for? And that's the only thing I'm trying to remember where I've seen stuff at because That way I don't know who's who and what's what. Mhm. So anyway, yeah, I don't know what to do with the information. See, yeah. You gotta know how you so ya isanda she gonna. One thing about it, I do. I like to be able to just go into prayer and then trust that. Oh, I'm trying to tell you, and this one man was like, we just supposed to just pray and just get up and go face our day. Oh, yeah. I felt that on a very deep spiritual level. And I was, like I said, enjoying talking to him. And honestly, it's so funny because it's been a lot of rain here lately. Um, it's been a lot of rain. I ain't been front. And he always was telling me that his element was rain and stuff, but I just wasn't. I've never been into that shoe. Mine might be sun and fire. The way I be trying to be out there in it. But yeah, so this is 2 days on the road that it's been raining and stuff like that. And I wasn't expecting, especially this one. But when he said that, we just pray and we just go. Like I felt that. Like I've never. That's what I want in my life. Like I don't care what nobody else want. Y'all want this with money and this, that, and the third. I want that man that can get on his knees and pray, or however. And we just, and we out of there. That was beautiful. That was just like an amazing like thought for me. Just me imagining it. But and I don't necessarily want this man. I like I said, I did love him and feel for him and stuff like that. Um and yes, this is a different person than my boys' so called dad. But I just was never, up close and personal enough with him. And then after after I didn't like see eye to eye with him on something and I didn't want it. That's another thing. 2020, some stuff went in. I think it was 2019. Some stuff was like trying to go in effect where God was showing me some stuff really about the enemy coming to collect. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, and I didn't want to be in that number or anything like that, and was was hoping and trusting. I'm sorry, that was funny to me. I'm sorry. I'm still cracking up on that because, baby, that's funny. That was real life funny. But, so yeah, I just thought about that when I just went into prayer because it's like God be saying it's just so simple. Just go ahead and just talk to me, rather than complain, rather than vent, and rather than try to figure it out. You don't know what to do. You ain't gonna be able to, what I'm saying, figure it out unless I just flat out give it to you. But I've already got it worked out, so that's what I'm gonna trust him on. That's a word for me right now. Don't even be trying to figure it out because I'm like, this is coming from here, But me personally, I just want what's best for my child, and I want God's best. I don't necessarily. I used to think material things and stuff like that was best. I used to think even what? Let's just say the house that I just seen right there. That's nice. My my so-called mom and my previously called stepdad, they got a nice house too. They worked up towards it, and I don't know all the details on what went into it. I just know that I resided there. It was cool, but I wasn't even when I was there. My mind, my mental wasn't even all there. Kind of felt better in our old house that we used to live in, but at the same time, I was glad to see them, you know, doing what looks like moving on up. But I wasn't at the place where I could appreciate that because I don't know something I guess just was not right or whatever the case was. Um, I don't know. I don't know what it pick this thing up yet again. One more again. But but yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. It's no need of me. I know I'm saying I don't know, but it's no need of me trying to work it out or see what's next. Like I haven't even talked to my daughter. I just got another phone number, so she doesn't have that. She knows where we live. She came that time, so I just trust God, to send her here when it's time for her to talk to me up close and personal. She needs to come here, and I don't need to be trying to communicate with her over that stuff. Even on the social medias that I did make for her to be able to connect to me, I just want to be careful because she still will use those devices and stuff like that, and that device that her so-called dad's mom got for her and stuff. So I don't know. I don't worry. Just go trust God, and no, I'm not worrying about the boys' so-called dad, and you know what I'm saying any longer. I was concerned, deeply concerned for him. Was definitely feeling head over heels with him, sprung, all that, whatever, whatever. But that's been a while, and I thank God for it. But and I'm definitely nowhere near. I ain't gonna sit here in front now. I be looking at whatever her. I be I have these dreams regarding her dad, but then I be looking at so I guess some stuff that her so-called dad is trying to do, and it's appealing. I'm not gonna sit here in front. That's good, but the things that he's told me personally and said to me and like tried to direct at me, I'm just like, I definitely don't trust him. I'm not even on front. I barely even be trusting God on his behalf. Like I don't even be trying to mention him, or I don't be trying to look in his direction or think nothing about him. But I ain't evidently he been making some kind of moves out here, and shh, I'm like I would have been all for it had things went differently. But I think I'm glad that things did go differently because I don't want to be all for it. I don't want to be, I want to make sure that things are done according to God's will. Like you get a second chance to do things to not alter the will of God for your life, a second, third, fourth, that's what I want to do. So that's where it's at for me. Um, I'm sitting here trying to figure some stuff out. Lord, I had a thing to unlock. I had a thing to unlock the what you call it now. I unlocked it. I don't know where I put it at. See, leave it to me, honey. To be off some other stuff. Trying to make sure I didn't put it in my bra. So, yeah, just with that information, I'm just going to let it rest because usually, of course, back in the day, I would have been like, oop, I got some information. I'm about to do this with that and whatever, whatever. But what I will do is probably, like, look up, I might look up some incident reports or whatever, but just regarding that address. But I'm saying my daughter came over here, she was in one piece, even though she went through some stuff where, I guess she fought somebody, got into a fight with somebody. She was in one piece, and that was my concern. I just pray that that's what remains. Like, I want nothing less for her. And I just say this too. Dang it, man. I do not know where I put that thing. Ugh. That forgetting stuff just really disappoints me. For real. Because that was something I really needed. Still need. But I just say this. I don't know if people are trying to get my approval and stuff like that. I don't want them to be concerned about my approval. I want them to. I guess I have to go ahead and come here and like, please turn to God and get His approval. Don't worry about whether or not I don't approve of you or anything like that. Although oftentimes, most times, I will say I don't approve of you because I know that you either operating in error, or you are doing something fraudulent that I can't promote. I can't, no matter how good it appears, I have to turn away from that. So, I just hope that I can say this on this day. I hope that people be encouraged to go ahead and turn towards the Lord and put y'all trust in Him. And I say they be wanting my approval because they be going so hard to try to bother with me about stuff. And like they say, we trying to make her feel like she's made us feel. And I'm trying to get my life right. I'm trying to, live right and stuff like that. I'm not even thinking about y'all. Y'all are thinking too deep into it. I might be thinking about y'all to the point where, I need to stay ahead of, there it is. I need to stay ahead of the enemy that's operating in and through them, but I don't be thinking about them like, like period. Like again, you would think with what little I do have, and then what stuff that I be seeing with my eyes naturally that they might appear to have, or whatever the case. You would think that they be on my mind all the time, but they don't. But when it comes to my children, and if something like tries to affect me regarding my children, then that's when I be on it like that. But other than that, oh, I don't be concerned about y'all. Like, y'all be on stuff, like, for real. So that's the thing. I just want people to get their stuff together, and I really think that people. This is my thoughts. This ain't nothing that's really been concerned. It's my thoughts and my feelings. Like, because I don't be thinking that deep into them, they know I don't care. So I be thinking they really be feeling like they got to be purpose to try to get my attention in some kind of way. God will definitely get your attention, and you know what I'm saying. He will use other people and stuff like that, but they be feeling like they gotta do. they be feeling like they doing God a favor or something like that, and then they really doing the bidding of the enemy. Like, so you really just going to exhaust yourself or whatever, and end up really self-destructing because you keep on. I mean, because the enemy got you deceived into thinking that, I don't know, you've been in this little, of course, the rat race, but you've been in this thing for so long as far as trying to compete and quote unquote outsmart me and stuff like that. When I'm just telling, I've been saying it like quietly. I operate in wisdom. I like to submit to the power of God, and I like to submit to the will of God. I don't be doing that, but they don't be trying to hear me. Or when they hear me, I'm telling you, the enemy got them so deceived that they be like thinking it's like, oh, she thinks she the only one who can serve God or know God. No, I don't. I be just focused on my personal relationship with Him, so I won't miss it. That's what it is. Y'all be too focused on the fact that I I got a personal relationship with Him, and I be wrapped up in Him. So you start to feel like, oh, she knows something we don't know. And I realize, honey, I don't know nothing unless God give it to me. Now, what He give to me, nobody can take that away. But I don't know nothing. I'm not gonna say I don't know nothing y'all don't know. But if you serving the same God as me, He gonna give you what you need for for you know on a need to know basis. Is what I was trying to say. And you won't be busy worrying about me. And then we be focused on building up. But they was just so busy. I'm telling you, just busy bodies, just trying to make sure. Let's outsmart her. Let's team up on in this type of way. What is this? Let's team up in this type of way to I be wanting to say overthrow me. I be wanting to say that like often, but I don't want to say it in an arrogant type of way. But yeah, I don't want to spend